Be ready. Start. The principle which is sought to be incorporated into Section 300 of the Code of Criminal Procedure is that no man should be vexed with more than one trial for offences arising out of identical acts committed by him. Though Article 22 of the Constitution of India embodies a protection against second trial after a conviction of the same offence, the ambit of the subarticle is narrower than the protection afforded by Section 300 of the Procedure Code. Section 221 of Code of Criminal Procedure provides that if in one transaction many offences are committed by the same person, he may be charged with separately and tried at one trial for very such offence. Section 302 of the Code allows a subsequent trial of a person on the same facts for a distinct offence for which a separate charge might have been made against him at the former trial under Section 221 of the Code. Reading the sections together, the conclusion would be that if a person commits two distinct offences in the same transaction, he can be charged with them, though separately, and tried at the same trial. But if he is tried at one trial for one of the distinct offences and acquitted or convicted the subsequent trial for a distinct offence committed in the same transaction is not barred. Section 301 of the Code makes it abundantly clear that a person who once has been tried by a court of competent jurisdiction and has been convicted or acquitted shall not be liable to be tried again for the same offence till conviction or acquittal remains in force. As far as the trial for another offence on the same facts is concerned, it depends as to whether a charge about subsequent offence would have been made under Section 221 1 or sentence might have been passed under Section 221 2 of the Code. If offence sought to be charged subsequently is of such nature that a charge for it should have been framed under subsection 1 of section 221, or conviction might have been passed under subsection 2 of section 221 of the second trial, would be barred on the same facts. Section 236 of the Code provides that if a single act or series of acts is of such a nature that it is doubtful which of several offences the facts which can be proved will constitute, the accused may be charged with having committed all or any of such offences, and any number of such charges may be tried at once, or he may be charged in the alternative with having committed some one of the said offences. Section 236 therefore refers to the case of an offence or offences which are so connected that the same facts may fall within the ambit either of one offence or another, the shades of distinction between them being so fine as to make it doubtful which of the offence or offences really are made out by the facts alleged on behalf of the prosecution. In order to get the benefit of section 403(1) of the Code or article 22 of the Constitution, it is necessary for an accused to establish that he had been tried by a court of competent jurisdiction for an offence and he had been convicted or acquitted was still in force. If that much is established, he is not liable to be tried again for the same offense, nor on the same facts for any other offense for which a different charge from the one made against him might have been made under section 236, or for which he might have been convicted under section 273 of the code. Subsection 4 of section 300 of the code provides that a person acquitted or convicted of any offense constituted by any acts may, notwithstanding such acquittal or conviction, be subsequently charged with and tried for any other offense constituted by the same acts which he may have committed, if the court by which he was first tried was not competent to try the offense with which he is subsequently charged. In order to enable a citizen to invoke the protection of Clause 2 of Article 20 of the Constitution, there must have been both prosecution and punishment in respect of the same offense. The word prosecuted and punished are to be taken not distributively so as to mean prosecuted or punished. Both the factors must coexist in order that the operation of the clause may be attracted. The position is also different under the American Constitution. It may be pointed out that the words prosecuted and punishment have not fixed connotation, and they are susceptible of both a wider and a narrower meaning. Thank you.